sponsors for today's session. Being, thanks to High Bar for hosting this amazing conversation. So welcome to NFT.NYC. Today's conversation, my name is Kwasi Asare, founder of Lydiah go-to-market agency, CMO, co-founder of Asare. We'll soon be learning more about Asare later on. Today's conversation we're going to have right now is a little bit different than I think many of the other conversations you're going to hear this week at NFT.NYC. This conversation is more about the future of work and the people that are actually going to be working in some of these amazing companies that all of you guys are building. You know, amazing founder sitting next to me, Lydia, will tell you her story, but this is a story about the future of capability, productivity across this global place. We guys can hold it down for a little bit as we're going to do some of the panels here. Lydia, let's talk a little bit about your story and how you arrived here in New York City. We're going to want to project your voice here. Let's talk about your journey as a student and coming to America.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Kwasi. So my name is Lydia, born and raised in Kenya. I came to Cornell on scholarship as an undergraduate many years ago now, and what was amazing to me was the incredible difference in the possibility of realizing one's potential when one is in a university like Cornell as opposed to where I would have gone to university, which was the University of Nairobi. I then worked in the UN in New York and in Switzerland, and then went on to graduate school in the UK. And there, the big insight that I had was that the earlier opportunity that I had to go to Cornell was really like winning a lottery, because very many people who have the capability, who have brilliance, frankly, do not have the financing. After Oxford, I worked at the UN and the World Bank, so I currently consider myself a recovering diplomat, and spent many years there learning the rules of the game. What does it really take to change the world? And what I came out with was talent, human capital, people, brilliance. That's what we need to be investing in, and that's how we change the outcomes of societies. So I then set up 8B as an enabler for African brilliance to have a global impact. And what I'm hoping to achieve is for companies like this, when you're thinking about what are the kinds of problems you want to solve, I encourage you to think about having people with as vast lived experience as possible. And we would love to help you find them, because that's part of what we're doing, in order to really open up the possibilities for the kinds of things that you can build and create.
All right, so let's take a step back here. You guys have raised venture capital. You've done a lot of things that I think people in this room want to do as an organization. Right, your goal is to actually build the human resources that will essentially drive the economy of other companies. Talk about how 8B is actually educating the folks that will be the leaders and entrepreneurs in the future.
Yeah, so at the very basic, the gap that we are filling is a market failure. There is demand by brilliant African students for three things. They want opportunities to go to global universities, they want the financing to go there, to go to those universities and give them offers, and they want connections to the jobs that they, where they can realize their highest potential. When they get to the universities in, for example, the US, Canada, and the UK, the African students have an experience very similar to first-generation immigrant students in the US, where there is nobody before them to hold their hand and tell them, here is a thing that you can do, here is a thing that is well suited for you, here is a place that you can shine. We shorten that pathway between talent, finding the kind of place where it can realize its highest potential. On the front end, it's making sure that a brilliant student who's an engineer does not end up in a school that is very good for an MFA when they could actually end up in Georgia Tech. So it's really enabling the students to find their best fit, both at the where to study and what to do after you study it phases of their lives.
So you went through this process yourself as a Kenyan student. I mean, what was that process like, trying to find a university, finance it, and then actually actualize that when you were going through the process?
So it was luck for me that made it happen. The finding of information was, there had to be, 7 things had to be true one after another for me to find information that led me to Cornell. Another bunch of things had to be true for me to get that scholarship that enabled me to go there. And getting work, that was really sort of the grit of networking. And all these are things that we have technology that can enable us to shorten those pathways. So at the bottom line, that's what we're doing at AID. We're building that platform that reduces the accident, the serendipity, the chance that really was my journey, and making it more systematic.
Well, I think in a room full of entrepreneurs who are trying to be on the bleeding edge, I think AP can be a great asset to providing access to talent and engineering that most of these founders will never be able to find otherwise. And so I encourage you all to reach out to Lydia. She'll be around all day. Please grab her if you guys are looking to tap into amazing capability of talented African engineers. And we'll go from there.
Absolutely. I think that the takeaway message is brilliance has a normal distribution curve, and for better or worse, we have not tapped the brilliance of the African continent. So please reach out to me. Happy to discuss.